Gandhi knew that if you start to scheme and strategize, you're off by an inch in the beginning and you're off by 10,000 miles at the end. And similarly with compassion, with generosity, you can certainly get that helper's high, but if you start to seek that helper's high, you're going to lose out on something which is much more fundamental. I mean, I think if it's rooted in feeling good versus in being equanimous, I think that equanimity is actually, when we are balanced, we are compassionate not because of our will, we are compassionate because of our nature, because that is fundamental. Right? And this is, I'm not making this up, I'm just quoting people like the Buddha who said, yeah, hey, these are 4 fundamental things. We are fundamentally compassionate. So it's not about trying to be compassionate, it's actually about just being balanced so that you allow compassion to arise naturally. And that's a very different process than trying to, and even that 21-day kindness challenge, for example, a lot of people frame that and say, this is to create a new habit. And I don't frame it like that. I don't think it's about creating a new mental habit. I think it's about unconditioning the habit of the ego so that you allow your natural state to arise. And that is a very different process if you understand that clearly.
So, and yet, when you do feel that good feeling, I would imagine you let yourself
experience it.
Yeah.
I feel great. Like, I'm loving it, just being here even,
So you don't want to deprive yourself of that feeling. It's just that you're not doing it for that. It's just coming from a different place.
And it's hard to say. Sometimes I may be so in touch with you that I may take, it may bring me suffering in the shorter term, but I have got this connect. So if you're on point, then I think you may be able to take short-term hits for a long-term gain, if you want to think of it in that way. That you're not judging the scenarios. You're just saying, hey, I'm here. It's like the rose gives its scent. You give it your scent, whether you're a teacher or a student or rich or poor or a Buddha or an everyday person. A rose is giving its scent because it's its nature. And so you want to aspire to be in that mode. And sometimes you get like the most amazing person who's going to take care of that rose tree, and sometimes you may get somebody that chops it down, but you're independent of that. So, but it takes cultivation to get to that point, but that's the practice.
And I wonder if you have something to add about this whole idea of equanimity, balancing, opening up to the suffering that motivates us to serve and to express our compassion. How do you stay connected to equanimity, or could you share a bit about what that's like for you, not getting overwhelmed by it all?
I think to that question, someone was earlier mentioning about social media, right? I mean, and I'm a sensitive person myself. I like horror movies is not my thing. I'm not gonna. But when I see suffering in the world, how do you learn to give people a longer rope? And you just realize that we're kind of like your moment at Queens College, that everyone's just trying to be. Everyone's just trying in their own ways to be happy. And some of you may have got the right way, some of us may not have, but if we can give each other a longer rope, we're all going to be better off because we're underneath it, we're all connected. And so to me, giving people that longer rope gives me the basis for equanimity and to say that it's okay, it's fine, we're all trying to work it out.